Sports. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. You have to live with this result every second of every day for the next year, guys.
Some of the greatest sports talk radio takes place in the state of Alabama because of the rivalry and the trash talk that goes on between Auburn fans and Alabama fans. It is must-listen radio, David. It's incredible.
And it's must-watch TV. Like, no matter what the records are, it seems like it's always a good game. The hate runs deep, and it is a great game to call.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 45. Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they score first. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into a two-point conversion. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Adams. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too.
Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
On the option. In a world of trouble from the start and a massive loss on that play.
Brings up third down. Let's go.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some.
Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then the next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and oh, what a grab by the defense. bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to... after the pick six. Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what he did.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's inside the 10. And he's running in the open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Tide! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
0.
They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air, it's Thorne. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Running it back, it's Adams. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Now on 2nd down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Looks as if he's going to run it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
The defense just got out-muscled at the point of attack there. And the back showed good vision, made a cut into the hole, 1st down.
A run for the quarterback. And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
3rd down coming up. Let's go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to fire to the left.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Moving out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're trying to... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Woof. Deep breath, big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic, but great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, woof, that could have been bad.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
All right, it's decision time. So when you got a guy that can take off and do that against you, you got to decide whether you need more fast guys on the field. Your defensive linemen have no shot. Your linebackers have very little chance of catching this quarterback because he's so special. You better put some more speed on the field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
Creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down, and guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Looking for a block. It's Henderson.
Returner is tackled out at the 41. And your Alabama Crimson.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
That last play is the epitome of why you have to have a short-term memory. Just forget about that one. To the air, it's Milroe. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Keeps the legs moving. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Quarterback extends the play. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, showing the arm strength down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm located.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Auburn to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 and the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was elite. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. At the 35, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? Oh, the hops. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
You talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.